Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha 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 ha.
Good evening, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Monday evening, December 12th, 2022, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become a successful currency trader. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we are so confident in how well our tools and training perform. We offer a bit of a guarantee, and that is once we have trained you, we will let you trade with company funds and split what you make, and eventually you'll have an opportunity to trade an account of $100,000 and keep 80% of what you earn. Now, we have a dozen different signals that we trade with, and I am going to use my favorite one, which is something called the 10-point trade. And before we get started, we need to listen to this guy. So let's listen to him, and then we'll get going. Did I not turn him on? Or I don't think I turned him on. Or did I? Hold on. I'm sorry. A little not prepared. What happens is I turn it off before I get going, and don't turn it on. Forgot to turn it back on. So give me one more second here. Listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. One of the things I like about our program is that, why is it doing that? We're having all sorts of technical difficulties this morning or this evening here. It is not letting me, my screen is locked up. Very strange. See if we can get it this way. Apologize. Cannot. Oh, I know why. All right. There we go. Sorry about that. I had another document open where it was one of those deals you got to do the word count. And I had the word count thing so that I could figure out how many words there were on the page. And I hadn't shut it down, so it wouldn't let me open a new one. But one of the great things about our program is that we do these live trades like I'm doing with you now. And we do multiple live trades a day. Once you're a member, we do one in the morning at 10 a.m., which tends to be a little scalp trade. We do another one in the evening at 10 p.m., which is morning time in Australia. And that tends to be a 10 plus pip trade. But one of the things that's in addition to the trades that we do, and we've got one tonight and another one tomorrow morning at 6:30. But one of the advantages of working with a coach in trading is you get better faster. It's just that simple. You've got somebody who's been there, done that, and it just becomes the most efficient, effective way to learn. And we are so confident in our training. As I said, we provide the funded accounts, but part of it is that we're on a path to continuous improvement. We're here to always try to help you get better. We've got advanced training on Wednesday evenings. We also have training every Saturday morning in addition to the one-on-one training that we provide. So it's that accountability that's going to help you grow and improve as a trader. I like to trade off of a checklist, and that checklist helps kind of keep me grounded and focused. Every day, good habit to restart your green chart, just to clear out the memory so that it's running fast, and just so that it's running fast. At the end of every day, it is good habit to review the trades of the day. It's actually a good habit to review all of your activity of the day to see what things you could have done better. And today I had a couple things I could have done a little bit better with the fabulous Miss Eileen in showing a little more patience and kind talk with things. So I store that in my toolbox so that next time out I won't make the same mistake. But with respect to trading, look at the trades that that didn't win. Do a little bit of analysis to figure out what did I miss in this signal and how can I improve. Sometimes you'll do everything right and it just goes the other way. But oftentimes there's something that you missed in the signal that once you sharpen your skills, you'll see that. And next time around, it won't fool you. We are fundamental traders. We're trading strictly based on, we are not fundamental traders. We trade strictly based on the price action. Our indicator is very good at figuring out the direction of the move, but news impacts trading. So knowing what that news is when it's coming out, and when we know that, we can trade around it. And the place to find that news is Forex Factory, or it's one of the places to find it, the place that I like to find it. And it breaks news events down into three categories. Yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. We want to avoid the red ones, or I want to avoid the red ones. So tonight at 2 a.m., which is 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Our time. Oh no, 8 a.m. our time. Oh no, 2 a.m. their time is, what time is that? It's 6 p.m. tonight. Oh no. Well, trying to do the math in my head. Anyways, it's sometime tonight our time, which is 2 a.m. No, it's 2 a.m. our time, which is they're 8 hours ahead. So it's 8 a.m. their time. All right, so that's correct. They're doing something called claimant count change. I have no idea what that is, but usually things where they got recorded events like this where they're issuing some number. That number is published usually the day before, and a couple hours before it is announced, it starts to leak, and you'll start to see a little jump in the trading activity. As we are not trying to guess the impact of what the news is or what the news is and the impact of the news, we just avoid trading it. So I would like to be out of a trade 2 hours before that. So that would be midnight our time. So any trade we're taking now, I would expect to close in the next 1 to 3 hours. So that's well before midnight. And we've got a clear day till tomorrow morning, which again, there's a pound at 6 a.m. And some information on the USD at 8:30 a.m. This will impact our trade tomorrow morning. So we just need to be a little cognizant of the pound if we're going to take a trade in the pound. So with that, let us get into the trades. As I said, the trade I do is something called the 10-point signal. You can trade this on any chart. I trade it off of the 1 hour chart. And in the evening, when I send out my trade setup, I am trading it off of the day chart. Off the 1 hour chart, I like to be 30 minutes into the chart before I take it. It is worth, on a 1 hour chart, it's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot tends to be 10 to 11 pips. Although lately I've been taking a few more 20 pip trades. And on a 1 hour chart, I expect the trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. And what this trade tries to do is basically get all the lines from the various sections of the chart to line up. And when they do, that gives us a high probability of the trade doing what we want. So with that, let's get into it and we'll start taking a look. The chart I am trading off of is something called the Light 6 Major, which is one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart in that it's giving me 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, it's all US-based pairs on a 1 hour signal. I am going to start with the middle part of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is our major indicator. The black and gray is our minor indicator. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So I'm looking for situations where the lines are either above the overbought line and pointing down or below the oversold line and pointing up. Based on my trade plan, and we will create a trade plan based on your temperament and how you like to trade. I want to catch the lines above the overbought line going down, and when they're all pointing down, that's a good trade for me. I will be able to get 10 pips off of it. Now, can I get 10 pips off of a trade when we are overbought and going up? Yes, I can. And you can see right here, well, this was 4 pips. But the possibility exists of getting 10 pips when we're overbought and going up. That's not part of my trade plan. I want a trade that's going to let me get in, get my 10, 11 pips, get out quickly. If I can do that 3 times a day, I'm making excellent money. And generally, it takes me about an hour and a half to find those 3 trades. So here, we're overbought, Euro, Australian USD. Everybody's going up, so I don't have the signal. I don't need to look at the rest of it if I don't have the first part of the signal here. Euro Australian dollar, overbought, going up. Now, tonight's trade was a sell trade. And you said, Paul, you took a sell trade, but look at this signal. It's a buy. But when I'm taking that trade, I am taking it off of a different chart. I am taking it off of the day chart. On the day chart, we are flat here. We were flat when I took it, which was last hour. We're on a new chart. We've got 22 hours left on this chart. When I took it, it was just on the other side of 5 p.m. And you could see it was flat here. So flat means it could go either way. But if I look at the 12-hour, the 8-hour, the 4-hour, all of these are going down. All of these are going down, and that's going to be worth at least 11 pips. So that's where we came up with it. So 1 hour, we're overbought going up, but on the longer term frames, which we're going to get at, because on that trade, I expect it to close in the middle of the night. We should be able to eke out those 10 pips I was looking at. Pound dollar, majors are going up, minors are going down. So I don't even have agreement between the majors and the minors, and we're in the middle of the channel. So I am not going to take a trade either way, but we've got this agreement. US Canadian dollar, oversold. Minors are going up. They've reached a halfway point. They're starting to kink sideways. Majors are going sideways. So again, I don't have everybody going up. USD, Swiss franc, oversold. Everybody's going down. So not going in the direction I want. Dollar yen, over the miners are oversold and have started to turn. The majors have still got a little bit of down in them. They haven't quite reached oversold. So again, we don't have agreement here. So we are going to pass. Now I have cloned this chart and made a second chart with non-USD pairs. So now let's see what else are going on. The great thing about these indicators is that they work with any pair. And then they might need a little fine tuning depending on the pair. But basically, as you start to practice on it, you will be able to figure out those fine tunings. So European euro pound overbought, miners going up, majors going sideways. So nothing there. Australian dollar yen, middle of the channel, and we've changed kind of directions. We were going down, now majors are going sideways, miners are going up, so nothing there. Euro Canadian dollar, we are in the channel more than halfway. Majors going up, miners going sideways. So I don't have agreement. I don't have everybody going up, which I want, and we are beyond the halfway point, where the green line is beyond the halfway point. I don't take those generally. Now, my bread and butter trade is the Euro USD. If all of these guys were going up and we're halfway, I might then go take a look at a 2 and a 4 hour chart to see where the lines were, and I might take the trade off of that. But as we are, this is kind of a little bit of an intro, and we're looking for the straight signal. I don't have the straight signal here. Australian, New Zealand dollar. Again, miners got to overbought. They're coming down. They're coming down pretty steeply. Majors change direction midway through the channel, and they're kind of sideways. So nothing there. Pound yen. Miners are oversold, going up. Majors are sideways. So nothing there. Euro, Australian dollar. Majors are oversold, going down. They started to go up, and then there's something going on with the Australian dollar, because we're seeing that where it's changed direction in the middle on all of the Australian dollars here. On the Australian dollar, yen changed direction. Australian and New Zealand dollar change direction. Euro Australian dollar, now it's going down. Again, can I get 10 pips when we're oversold going down? Yes, I can, but that's not part of my trade plan, so I'm just going to pass. I want trades where I'm not going to lose money. I want to avoid losing money. That's a high priority. Canadian dollar, yen, we're more than halfway, and not everybody's going down. Euro New Zealand, miners coming down, majors turn sideways halfway through. This looked like the other trade, the other pair we just saw. Pound New Zealand dollar, miners coming down, majors sideways. New Zealand dollar, yen, again, we're getting this turn in the middle. Here you see New Zealand dollar is second, so it's turning down. Here, New Zealand dollar is first, turning up. Everybody's going up, but we're more than halfway. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, overbought, going up. And euro, Swiss franc, in the middle, we're just reaching overbought, so nothing good there. Australian dollar, Canadian, overbought, going up still. Swiss franc, yen, we started to go into the channel and it turned. So nothing there. Euro, yen, started to go into the channel, turned sideways, so nothing there. Australian or pound Australian dollar, oversold and still going down. New Zealand Swiss franc got into the channel and it turned. Oh, interesting here. You see there's a little gap. Usually we don't see these gaps between the candles where it closed here and then it opened here. Usually you'll see this on the weekend, on Sunday night when the market opens back up. There may be some gaps. In fact, we used to do a trade Sunday night that was called the gap trade, and we'd look for these gaps. And usually what would happen is, or a high percentage of the time, what would happen is when you get the gap, the candle would close the gap like it did here. But nothing here. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, we're in the middle of the channel more than halfway, and we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. So again, we just did 24 pairs in about 15 minutes. We did not see a good setup, or a setup that I thought was worthwhile trading. Nothing even close. But one of the great things is that we have multiple signals. So if I don't find one in the signal that I want, I can go to another signal. So I am going to switch gears here and do a little scalp trade. This scalp trade is called the thick orange line trade. Again, it's done off of a 1 hour chart, and I want to do it when there is less than 5 minutes remaining in the hour. And right now you'll see we've got 8 minutes remaining. So we've got about 3 minutes before we want to take this trade. And I am looking for situations where the thick orange line number is either 0 or 10 or within 1 of either end of 0 or 10. So let's see what we've got. So here's the thick orange line up on the TNTs. The TNT have 4 different lines, and each of the lines are measuring something at a different speed. The thick orange line is a scaled number. And what I mean by that is when it's as low as it can go, it's at 0. And when it's at 0, the line thinks there's no more down in the movement. And if there's no more down in the movement, that's a good time to buy. Likewise, when the thick orange line is at 10, it thinks there's no more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, that's a good time to sell. So when I see either situation, then I'm going to look for a confirmation of it. And if I have the confirmation of it, I'm going to take the trade. The trade is worth 5 pips. There are a couple little qualifiers, but let's see if we see them, and I'll point them out as we go along. So basically, I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either. And here on the Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, we have that. We're at 0.3. So when I see 0.3, I am going to look to see where my TNTs are, or excuse me, where my majors are. And I want to see the majors lines well below the oversold line, specifically the red line. I want him to be at least 1/4 of an inch past the red line, at least on the scale of the screen I'm looking at. So I don't have that. The majors here are telling me there's more down in the movement. So even though I've got 0.4 here, our thick orange line isn't quite, he doesn't have it 100% right. And that's the great thing about the chart is by being able to use one chart, I can confirm something with the other piece of the chart. So NZD Swiss franc 3.4, that's not close enough. 0, yes, I have it. I have 0. And look at where my majors are. They are way below. Now, I said there was a couple qualifiers. This happens to be one of the qualifiers. I want a scenario when this line is below that he just came from up here and came down. Might have taken him a couple hours to do it, but here you can see this line. The majors have been, if I go back here, like 4 hours ago, we were at 0. This guy was just touching. We might have got 5 pips here on the bump, but it has been below the red line for 1, 2, 3. We're on our 4th hour, 3+ hours. I don't want this guy hanging out down here for multiple hours. I want him to just have gotten there. So say we jump over here. We've got the 10. I want the lines to look like this, where they just came above the blue line. Now the red line isn't far enough up, but this is what I'm looking for, that he went from oversold to overbought, not that we've been hanging around in the overbought line. Because when I have that scenario where it goes from overbought to oversold, and this is at 10, it's like pulling a rubber band. And when the candle changes at the top of the hour, there'll be a little snap, and we'll be able to get 5 pips off of that. So right here, we don't have that scenario because the line's been hanging out. Point 1, yes, we're within 1 of 0, but look where my majors are. My majors are telling me there's more down. Point 2, yes, but again, look where my majors are. They're telling me it's more down. 10, yes. This is the closest one we've seen. I want the red line to be even higher than where the green line is. So this isn't quite there yet to get that tension that I want, to get that little snap back. So let's go to the next ones. 3, no. 4, no. 1, not close enough. Needs to be 0 or 1 or within 1 point. 5, not close enough. 7, not close enough. 0.09. Yes, that's close enough. But my majors aren't there yet. I want my major lines below the red line. So nothing there. Five, not close enough. 0.4, yes, that's within 0. That's within 1 of 0. But my majors aren't there. My majors are actually starting to turn. 8 isn't close enough. 9, yes. But this guy still isn't there. This is telling me, the majors are telling me that there's still more up in it. So I'm going to pass. 1.7, not close enough. 4.2, not close enough. Let's go to our U.S. friends. 0.7, yes. Major is the green of the major is crossed over. Red isn't there yet. 0, yes. And the lines are below, and it came from above to below. So this is the setup I'm looking for. And you can see that he was at 0 for the last 3 hours and almost 0 the 4th hour. But it wasn't until these lines got down here that this guy is, we might get that snapback. Now, my only issue is I want to see what else we've got here, because these are all U.S. based. Now, I'll try to take the one that gives us kind of the best chance. So 9.2, yes, but here we're oversold. The lines need to be up here. 10, the lines aren't high enough. 9.3, yes. And these lines are way up here. An Australian dollar. Australian dollar, he's been hanging out here a few hours. So I don't like this. He's been up here 3 hours. Oh, and we don't have 0. This is 4. So I don't know what I'm talking about here. But 9 is good. So we've got it between the euro and the Swiss franc. I'm going to take it on the. I'm going to take it on the Swiss franc versus the euro. 1, because we're at 0, and that's primarily why. So let's go ahead and take it. We're going to take a buy on the euro USD. So you can put that in your simulator, or let's see, we can get USD Swiss franc. So I'm going to go to open my MetaTrader 4, go to new chart. what is it? USD Swiss franc. USD Swiss franc is right here. I'm going to make the chart 1 hour. I am going to go to new order, which is on the second row here. I have, this is a demo account. There's roughly $11,000. So how much is in there? Come on, we're running out of time. 11,700. 11. So I'm going to take 1.178. I'm going to do market buy. Was that right? Got to get going, and I forget what we're doing here. Yeah, it's a buy. Perfect. So I'm going to click market buy. Once the buy is in, I am going to right click on it. I'm going to go to modify, left click. It is going to open up the screen that lets me modify it. This trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. I type in 50 points here. I click the little blue button and it does the math to calculate what the take profit is. We are going to use a 4-to-1 stop on this. This is accurate about 90% of the time. So if I win 9 trades for 5 pips, that's 45 pips. I'm ahead. If I lose 1, I lose 20. So I am net ahead 45. So I'm going to put that in there. And I want to get my full 5 pips. So I'm just going to double check the math. I get in at 93.57. So if I add 5 to 57, I'm going to go to 63. So 63.5. So I'm going to read these back to you. So we took a buy using the thick orange line trade of with the take profit of 0.93635, take profit of 0.93635, and a stop loss of 0.93365, 0.93365. And I will expect this trade to close within the next hour. Let's see if we've got any questions. No questions. All right, gang. I am honored that you choose to spend part of your precious day with me. We are here to make you great traders, and we will make you great traders. If you have questions, you can always get a hold of me by scheduling some time. If you go to forexsmarttrade.com, forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, you can always schedule some time to me and talk. Thanks so much. We will see you again tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Bye-bye.